What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of This Is Not Bullies. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and we end our day. That's right, we're starting on an ending. What an ironic thing to do. Priest knows prostitution increased. Soap actor Manuel Torreblanca announced completion of film career. Are they happy with me yet? Damn. Dr. Euthanasia should be a personal choice. I need them to buck up, Buttercup. Last few months I've been taking antidepressants 3 times a day. Pharmacy said they're getting more in tomorrow, but I'm afraid, yeah, coming tomorrow. You're the only person that's missing, though. Okay, so he's the only person. It's your first day. It's crazy to me that people will make excuses to miss their first day of work. That would just be an automatic firing offense for me. I'm not even going to finalize the paperwork in order for you to work here if you call in on your first day. Then again, I'm a hard-ass boss, so, meh. Sometimes you got to be a hard-ass boss. Got to be the boss. Mafia sent over the share from the sale of money. We'll share that with our staff. And on this side, we got a mass riot. Several dozen workers have gone on strike over layoffs and wage cuts for a while. They're expecting someone from the company to negotiate with them, but it never happened. The protesters have armed themselves with improvised weapons and have started to break down defense. Okay. Let's send out a couple of people to help out with that. See if they can get it locked down, although I would very much prefer to have more officers. I realize we have 8, which is an okay force for a shift, but still, I would very much prefer to have, like the other squad does, 10. We have a rape toilet. Inside a booth in the ladies' public toilet, a man or woman was overheard holding a man against his will and attempting to blackmail him into having sex. Crystal Harrington only vaguely made out part of their conversation, immediately ran to find a phone to call the police. Okay. And a couple people over. Mass riot. Easy enough. Got some XP for the newbies. I'll keep Scanlon for now. I was technically I could get rid of him. McNamara's here, though. McNamara's new. How do they have so many more people on B? Did I just accidentally click too many people? So on B, we've got, it looks like 11, and over here we've got what looks like 9, which means I should be able to split a hair and send somebody over to this squad. Let's give them Murata. There we go. We'll move Murata over to A so that it's equal and we both have, I felt like we had too many people yesterday. I did feel as though we were overstaffed. And I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it felt like there were a lot more people there than I thought, and I must have just clicked wrong when I was hiring people. I must have assigned, because one squad had less than the other one, so I must have assigned. The booth was occupied by a couple who was spicing up their relationship with role-playing games and sex in public places. It does make it better. Public places, it amplifies it. Highly recommended. Just don't get caught. Mr. Boyd, I had the misfortune of having a family. My only daughter is marrying a complete idiot. She's requiring that the wedding take place on the roof of my skyscraper as soon as possible, but I want to protect my daughter from making the biggest mistake of her life. So I've organized a grand wedding and reception. I'll ask that you arrest the groom at the altar on some monstrous charges, like child pornography, for example. Better for my daughter to survive that horrible moment of shame in front of 100 people than live in shame every day for the rest of her life. Man, you're going all in, dude. All right. Off we go to ruin someone's life, I guess, because this guy has all of our money in his private account. Jack, we have something going down at the port today at 1754. We don't want any policemen showing up. I think 1500 is good enough. Okay, one thing at a time. 1754, 1754, 1754. I have better luck remembering things if I say them 3 times out loud. I try to do that in my real. I get sidetracked really easily. I got ADD like a ma, and I forget about stuff, and I just get sidetracked really easily. 2 women tried to quietly pocket some expensive jewelry at the boutique, but the guards saw everything, stopped them, and demanded they turn out their pockets. One of the women then pulled a gun from her purse, began to threaten the store's employees. All right. Send a couple of people over. Shouldn't be anything too bad. Hostage situation. Security guard reports that an armed man wearing a frock coat burst into the registry office. He was dragging a young girl in a white dress behind him and demanded the staff immediately arrange their marriage. All right, send some people over. Atticus Corp, thank you for your help, Mr. Boyd. Well, you are quite welcome, sir. You are quite welcome. It's time to move some shit over to my super secret account. Yeah, buddy. Like to watch those numbers stack up. Got that random hangover like $70 in there. It drives. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I want it to be an even number. It's kind of relaxing, like the silence of the city as everybody like drives around and does their thing. The man grips the girl's arms tightly and aims his shotgun at the registry office employee. She says, "I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Throw down your weapon or I'll put a hole in your suit." I like the threats. They make me happy. I can't really help out with that one. I mean, I do have some people, but I can't have one call taking up all of our people, especially when you've already got 1,600 points allocated to it. I see no reason. At the Blitz Cafe, a waitress says that a suspicious-looking man in a rumpled jacket has been sitting at a table for several hours. He didn't order anything. I brought him coffee, and he just sat there staring at me. I'm afraid he's going to watch me until my shift is over. And then it's scary to imagine. Okay, send over the newbies. I doubt it's anything, but it could be. And because it could be, I would feel guilty if I didn't send somebody over. At a certain point, sometimes, I guess as a dispatcher here, you've got to suspend disbelief and just be like, all right, we're sending someone, you know. So we've got smuggling. We received an anonymous call. Someone is unloading an arms shipment at the port. All the regular workers were sent home early. Mass riot at the G Sands. So Karen Sparkle's manager canceled the Freeburg stop on the incredibly popular singer's tour. She was originally scheduled to perform in town next month, and incensed fans have been gathering at an ice arena where the concert was to be held, demanding to speak with Karen immediately. Senior guard Trevor Hernandez sent his men to calm down the crowd, but the guards were severely beaten, and the crowd has begun to break open doors and windows. Christ. I don't really have the people to make any of this happen. Let's do the drug bust. I doubt they're going to make it back in time. The man in question was fired from his job today. He was trying to collect his thoughts and figure out how to get by. Yeah, like I said, sometimes the explanation's good, sometimes it isn't. Unfortunately, we're going to have a pop star who's just got issues today. I don't know what else to say. Hopefully not a dead pop star. Oh, dead people. Oh, well. You know, I thought we got more heroin bricks than we actually got. 4 large men in black suits are loading boxes into a van. There's 3 more armed guards. Let's go ahead and surround and nobody move. They open fire at the cops. They open fire on the box, pull out a grenade launcher. Throw stun grenades, then attack. Cool. Have the mafia sell that shiz. On this side, illegal business activities. Oh, was that for Sands? Whatever. I think every time I sell a weapon through the Sands, I think I get reputation or something anyways. Because they make money off of it, so it's not really that hard to keep the mafia happy. See, I told you, I forget stuff all the time. It's not a matter of paying attention. Like, people always go, I don't understand why you just can't pay attention. Different people's brains function at different wavelengths. Mine is incredibly active. It's the reason why I only sleep like 2 or 3 hours a night. It just bounces from one topic to the next. I would challenge somebody with my brain to learn to memorize anything. That's why I hated school. 2 bearded men came to the train station and began to pray, and then went to different corners of the depot and took off their jackets. Witnesses report they were both wearing suicide vests. One of the attackers detonated. The second didn't work, and he fled in a panic to the back rooms of the station. Dear Lord. All right. Well, attempted carjacking. We got new frames. Now that we actually have enough to solve this beezy, let's go ahead and get started. I saw a muddy young fellow wearing a hood whirling through the alley near the Fur store. Then I got distracted. I get like that sometimes. I remember I heard some rumbling and hissing, like cars running into each other. I just parked my car near the Fur shop, and a boy in a hood popped through the gate, grabbed my bag from my shoulder, and disappeared. I hurried to the phone to call the police, and the damn pest must have been hiding nearby. As soon as I stepped away from the car, he dashed inside and was off like a bolt. Very turn, he hit the fire hydrant and ran away like a cowardly dog. It's okay, the car is insured, but who's going to replace my favorite Snow White handbag? What color was the car? Can you tell me what color your car is? Camera at the intersection shows a convertible crashing into a fire hydrant. Water spraying like a fountain. Short time later, a thin hooded figure climbs from the car and runs away in the street. Now, certain stuff like this annoys me because we've got like a camera and we've got the owner of the car. How come we can't get the color of the car out? Like, it just seems like obfuscation for obfuscation's sake, and it makes no sense. You should be able to just get that information. We have the owner of the car right here. What color is your car? Done. Question answered. Like, what kind of terrible detective doesn't ask what color the car is? Traces of yellow paint on the fire hydrant, so that works. Just walking down the street when some guy in a hood came flying right at me, all wet like a real mess. He was from a shipwreck. He ran into me hard and almost broke my ribs. Okay. It's yellow paint on the hydrant. It's a convertible. So we definitely don't have all of the pieces that we need just yet, because this one's still got a hard top on it. Well, it might be a soft top. I can't tell. He stepped away from the car. He dashed inside and was off like a bolt. He turned, hit the hydrant, and then ran away. So he hits the hydrant. He runs away. So those probably go right there. I'll wait and see if we get another frame that does not have a roof on it, but that does look like a soft top to me, so maybe that'll work. She's planted her car right here. Could be a white car, too. You never know. So she gets out of the car. He grabs her purse. Gets into the car. Starts the car. Drives the car away. That seems like a reasonable sequence of events. We'll finish it off once we got a little bit more to go off of. Illegal business activities have been handled. Remember to file those taxes, kids. It's a good way to get yourself caught. Oh, I've got an Ollie co-pilot right now. He wants cuddles, but he only usually wants cuddles for about all of 8 seconds. Then he'll get mad because I'm not doing it right or something. And then he'll bite me and he'll run off and just be like, "Arr!" All angry for the rest of the day. Because apparently I'm bad at petting, even though none of the other cats ever complain. Officers, offender caught. There we go. I was a little worried right there. Oh, we found explosives. Ask the mafia to sell the boom boom. Hey, stop. He's trying to. I got an old computer under my desk, and he's trying to climb from my chair to the old computer on top of it. And it's not real. It's a tall ass case. It's a big case because I got fed up with my last computer when I built it. I got fed up with small cases, so I got a case that was ridiculously enormous so that I had plenty of room to work. And it's not really stable due to that height. Grandmaster Alan Bourne plays 20 simultaneous games in a park. I think they did something like that, too. At my college, they set up like 20 games that were all in random famous configurations, and then like random people that were really good at chess from like the surrounding Bay Area had to come in and resume a game from various points in the middle of it, like alternating turns. Like, you didn't play the rest of the game. Like, you would come over and you would make one move, and then you would go to a new table where they would assign you a new thing, and you would make one move, and it was just like a little exercise. Seemed kind of cool. Everybody's happy again. See, the Mafia is never upset with me. I can do whatever I want to the Mafia, and nothing bad ever seems to happen. I've got bad heartburn. I should go home and lie down. No! Come to work with heartburn. Better get yourself some Prilosec and get on it. People's lives are at stake. I would never come into work if my job as a cop was like this. I would quit so fast. We've shot somebody like every single day for like weeks. Bomb threat. A bearded man wearing a hood rode into a bike to the office building, looked around nervously, and walked into the foyer. He quietly placed a black bag behind a pillar, then disappeared. The guard tried to chase him down, but lost him on the crowded street. Am I missing somebody today? I feel like I'm missing someone today. Hold on, what? I'm definitely missing somebody today. One, two, three, four. We got 10 there. Where's the girl I just promoted? Why is Namada on A now? Shouldn't Namada be on B? What is happening here? Move to B. Did I misclick maybe? Move to B. That gives 11 over here. And we'll send back Murata to A. I thought I sent Murata to A already. God. I'm confused right now. So for the bomb threat, send out officers. Yeah, whatever. Send out some of the new guys. I'm sure they'll have enough points to get it done. Altogether, that's about 2,000 points, which is more than I think we'll need for anything like that. I sent out SWAT, but in all honesty, Assault with a deadly weapon. The reinsurance group of Freiburg reports that several armed men have stormed into their offices and started attacking their employees. One of the men pulled out a gun and told a young employee that he'd kill her unless she returned all his money immediately. Another employee called the police and says the attackers are drunk and can barely stay on their feet. Yes, they are, damn it, but that's not the point. They're crazy enough to kill someone. Looks good to me. They should be back from their call soon. The building's lobby is empty and the black bag is near a column. Evacuate the building, please. Inside the package, some mechanism spins up and the package starts humming and vibrating. Make sure that everybody's at a safe distance. We have a report on the radio that the suspect was spotted in the crowd outside the building. He was smiling and watching the scenes, and he's holding something like a remote control. Let's go ahead and take the suspect from behind, threaten him with a pistol, take the remote. Stick that shit up to the back of his neck and be like, hey, you want a improvised tracheotomy? Then you should definitely give me what I want or bad things are going to happen. Need more music. Let's keep this party popping. Suspicious individual is reported. A cleaning lady called to complain about a suspicious man wandering around near the fence. The weirdo spent the last half hour rubbing against the fence staring at the children. You better come and arrest him. Yeah, that sounds like it might be a concern. It might be a false alarm, but I'm going to send somebody out just in case. This dude's humping a wall and staring at children. Well, maybe we should send an officer out. Maybe with some kind of trank gun. I don't know. That's what all jazz sounds like to me. Just hitting random notes. Be like, no, but it's a modified scale. I'm like, yeah, you've modified it so much that it's random notes. It's not a scale anymore. Man was very drunk and merely holding onto the fence to keep from falling. Falling. Judith Morrow reported to the police that her husband Eric has disappeared. She had returned early from a business trip, hoping to surprise him, but the house had been turned upside down. He was nowhere to be found. No one at work has seen him for 5 days. Put Luckett on it. Actually, just put the entire B team on it. There you go. We'll see what we can get done today. We've got enough officers on that one where they should be able to do the research on it pretty quickly. Probably be smarter for me to split people in between shifts so somebody's always working on different cases. But, who's got time for that sort of efficiency? It's weird that we've done no gang investigations. Is it just me? Or does that happen later? We've got an unlawful assembly. A group of drunken workers gathered at the factory entrance to protest cuts in their shift hours and other privileges. Management at the bread baking plant has ignored their concerns and are calling the police to disperse disgruntled employees. I don't know. Send out the remedial force, I guess. Investigation is started. I like how there's like consistently new things that you can light up. Illegal arms sales. Mrs. Wright reports that the basement of an abandoned house has become a black market for unregistered weapons. No machine guns, but plenty of handguns, and they're selling them to young boys. Yes, I mean children. I suppose send a couple of people over. They'll probably be fine. I don't really care about the handgun that much. At this point, I've become kind of cynical, and I'm only responding to jobs based on the amount of money I can make off what they report. Unlawful assembly. The offender has been caught. Officers unharmed. I want all my money back. I want it to sit in my account. Hold on. I want to look at all my money. Yeah. It's going to take some time because I got paper stacks. People jealous of my wealth. Jealous because they live in hellish. We are sitting at about $300,000 right now that we've made. We need another 200 grand though, if we're gonna make it out the back end of this thing without too many problems. Luckily, we still got plenty of time left. So, 3 men were eating dinner in a small restaurant with 2 attackers opened fire on them from the street. One was killed on the spot. The other 2 hid behind an overturned table and began to return fire. 7 more cars pulled up and armed men stepped out to join the shootout. One witness shouted over the phone, "There's a lot of civilians around. Hurry. A lot of people injured. Hurry." Unfortunately, I don't really have a whole lot of people right now. Ain't nobody to send, so you might as well just get it done. Yay, the offender was caught, and we probably picked up a pistol, too. Proceed. Mafia can sell that bitch. Hopefully they never check the evidence room, because we have the most empty evidence room ever. I am just constantly selling random hot, dirty weapons, guns, explosives, whatever I get my hands on. Although one would assume you wouldn't store explosives in an evidence room. That seems like a recipe for heartache. Come on. Get here. There we go. Shooting. So we got a bunch of people over here. Let's go ahead, and I'll probably just go... send who you're going to send, I guess. There it is. On this side, we got a robbery. A supermarket cashier saw a young black man in a hood grab an old lady's shopping bags and run away. Send a couple out right there. We have an attempted murder. A biker crashed into a truck at an intersection. Some of the biker's friends arrived soon after, pulled the driver out of the truck, and they're getting ready for a lynching. I don't have a ton of people left, so they may get their lynching. It might happen. I suppose I could send these 2 out and just hope for the best, but yeah, they won't go. Missing persons report. We got 3 new frames. I think that one required 5. Most of the people involved in the firefight have been killed or seriously injured. 2 men on the street continue to shoot at the restaurant. We'll fire on the suspects. Big old pile of bodies today. I find it hard to believe that no civilians were killed on that one. Oh, they might make it back in time. Ah, almost got it. I can live with it. As long as you don't have more than 1 civilian killed per day. Ah. Turns out the old woman knew the young man from the neighborhood. He's a medical student who lives nearby and was just helping the woman load her groceries into a car. Fantastic. I sent people out on a bad call, and I missed out, and now somebody's dead because of it. The things I have to live with as a police chief. My name is Splattercat. This is the end of This is the Police. Whoop, whoop. I will see you all in tomorrow's episode. Bye, everybody.